Today's show is brought to you by GoDaddy. Buy your own domain name, build your site, or use any of GoDaddy's business tools and save 30%. Just go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. That's trygodaddy.com/HWT. Hey everybody, it's me, Scotty D, and I'm here with Derek Tant. And we are about to do something that could possibly be called a mandate or a lost episode or a lost mandate.
Because it's just the two of us.
Yeah, it's just the two of us. You can make it if we try.
I don't know. We screwed that up. I don't know. We're without Bob. We're Bobless.
We're sans Bob, as they say. So so what we've been trying to do with this kind of stuff where it's just the two of us, we realize that Hey We're Talking is gotta have the three of us. It's important. Mm-hmm. It just feels right. Let's put it that way. Until these guys get sick of me and figure out how to do it without me, then it'll be just Bob and Derek. But until that time, it'll be the three of us. So we decided when we do something like this, we could call it something different. And Derek, as we'll do a real quick recap, because if you heard one of these already, who knows when you'll get to hear the second one. But just the mandate or the Hey We're Talking lost episodes, those are creations of Derek through Boontar, sort of.
Yes.
So
yes, Boontar would, whenever we were in our group Voxer chats, and it just happened to be two of us talking.
So that's the quick recap of what these are.
Yeah, the down and dirty. It's just two dudes talking.
Just two dudes. It's two dudes, man. Dudes. So Derek was talking to me and he was like, let's talk about Christmas songs that you hate. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to remember the names of these until I actually hear them. I won't remember that I hate them because they only come around once a year, you know? But I happened to mention that my wife is one of these people who will start listening to Christmas. Like, we're recording this in October of 2017. And she's been listening to Christmas music for a while already. She and a friend of ours they're all in on this listening to Christmas music like months ahead of Christmas. And that's bizarre to me. Like, our friend is all like, when August was over, so like September comes along and she was like, we should get our Christmas tree out. And I'm like, something's wrong with you. No. We're not decorating for Christmas in September. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, I also think that's ridiculous. And for the record, I am a Christmas freak. I love Christmas. I love it. I love it. I love it. My whole house, my household, we are Christmas nuts.
Okay.
All right. So Brandy, my wife, she likes to really like make a nice classy tree with a color scheme and everything, and she puts a lot of thought into that, hand makes ornaments and decorations. We think about it well ahead of time.
So you're planning it, but you're not celebrating it until
we do not indulge. We don't indulge ourselves in Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
And then I OD on Christmas music in the car.
Sure.
Christmas movies all the time. We have the Christmas tree up. I mean, it's Christmas from Thanksgiving until Christmas Day. And that's it, but I can't do it outside of that because you get burned out.
Yeah. Why would you? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Why are you going to mess it up and make it the most wonderful 6 months of the year? Don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm not a Christmas freak. In fact, there have been times, and this probably killed my wife, where there was just times where I was just like, we kept putting up a tree and stuff, and like I think we just put up this tiny little, like, not a Charlie Brown tree, but like something that could sit on a table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she was like, I can't believe that's all we put up. And I go, who cares? I don't know what it is. I feel like I didn't grow up in my house. We did have Christmas trees and stuff, but we didn't go nuts. So I think it depends how you grew up.
Yeah, well, you've described to me a very, very religious, solemn upbringing. So Christmas
in some ways.
For you, Christmas for you and you're in the family. They focus on the spiritual and the religious aspect of Christmas.
Oh, but we got tons of presents. I got spoiled to death on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Well, that blows my theory out of the waters, because
it wasn't like we were like, excuse me, he is the reason for the season, and that's the only thing we cared about. That's not what happened.
Yeah. And one day we should go into like the history of Christmas and everything, because Christmas as it is today it's based on so many different festivals and other holidays from different cultures and different faiths, different nations, and different eras. So Christmas as we know it today is a conglomeration of different holidays, different festivals and feasts and traditions that, Jesus Christ, we're just kind of using him to tie it all together. The idea of gift giving and a feast and a Christmas tree and Christmas cards and caroling and just all these traditions that we associate with Christmas, they have origins from different traditions, different customs, different religions.
From pagan religions.
Yeah. I mean, but it's more than just that. You got a lot of old Roman festivals. But
again, we're deep diving into this. I like it. Keep going,
but it's cool. No, it's cool. I mean, but that's, because a lot of these folks, that's what they would do. They would have like a winter solstice, because it's towards Christmas falls around the beginning of winter.
Yeah.
And so that's about the time where they're done harvesting crops. Everyone's getting ready for winter. They have a big feast to celebrate the harvest and to prepare for winter. And so whenever people started converting to Christianity, they were like,
but what about winter solstice?
Yeah, what are we going to do about our big party at the end of the year? They were like, let's just put Christmas, let's
make it Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, and that's exactly, it took a long. They basically said, well, what if we have our feast day of Christmas, because that's what holidays started out as, is Roman Catholic feast days, and they had a whole bunch of them in December and January. Advent, and there was the Conception. I don't know, I can't even remember, but they kind of all just combined them all into one little thing. We call it Christmas, and they're like, yeah, you can still sell it. You can still have your big winter solstice party. Just do it in the name of Jesus' birthday, and we're all good. And they're like, great.
As long as you say that Jesus was born on December 25th, you're all good. Even though that's stupid.
Well,
it's not like true.
It's not even. They just celebrate. It was just a feast day. That's just the day they used to celebrate.
Yeah.
It was never. I don't think it was ever like, this is Jesus's birthday.
Are you telling me that Jesus is not the reason for the season, Derek?
I am going to say not entirely.
My dad just called you an idiot, and you've been ruined. It's over. That thought that you might be able to drink bourbon with my dad is now out the window because you said Jesus is not the reason for the season.
I'm saying he's not the entire reason for the season.
Right.
And
I was going to say, the other thing that people always get upset about with the religious aspect of it is Xmas. And I'm always like, hey, dummy, just for a minute, hold on. The letter X stands for Christ in, I don't know what it is, but I know if you go back, X really, it's just, you're not taking Christ out. The X stands for Christ in, I don't know if it's in some other language.
I think it's Greek.
Yeah, in Greek. There you go. Listen to Derek. He knows all the particulars. I just know how to start a fight with the people who get mad about Xmas. It still means Christmas. Let's be real, people. Yeah. Don't get all bent out of shape.
Well, I used to maybe be one of those folks that were.
Were you an Xmas person that got mad?
Well, no, but I would always be like, Jesus is the reason for the season. We can't have all this secular stuff, even though I loved it.
How did you change your tune on that?
Well, no, I researched. I looked at it.
You looked stuff up and learned something.
I did.
What?
Imagine that.
You mean you didn't just get mad and not care what people thought, and you just got mad at them?
No.
Without provocation?
No.
I like how I'm saying these, and there's like this really long. You're like, no.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to. I know you're doing that for humorous effect.
Oh, it's hilarious. It went over great, Derek. That was one of the best ones we've ever done. Man, people are dying. Go ahead.
I didn't know how to respond to the bit.
Okay.
But yeah.
To the bit.
I like
Scott, do I didn't know how to respond to the bit. Okay.
Yeah. I would be a terrible improv player, I guess.
Player. Improviser is what I would say.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. You know the lingo. I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
So Christmas, yeah. No, we go to the, whenever I'm not working, we'll go to the Christmas Eve service, and we'll go to the, the solemn candlelight service, and we'll worship, and we'll have Christ first and foremost in our thoughts.
Do you sing, "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him"?
Yeah, we do all that stuff.
That's great. That's great.
Joy to the world, and O Come Emmanuel, and O Little Town of Bethlehem, and
you're just going down the list.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I don't think my church did the Christmas Eve service either. Isn't that weird? I think that would be like, if you're going to have a church, that would be one of your go-tos. You got to have, what we did have, though, speaking of, and then we're going to take a quick break. At our church, we had a thing on New Year's Eve. They still do it to this day. My dad and my mom still do this thing. Although it was on New Year's Eve, and it was called Watch Night Service. Okay? So I'm assuming that means that they were watching for, Jesus to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But now, because there's a lot of old people at my dad's church, they don't stay till midnight. So they don't even watch until midnight. They only watch until like 9 o'clock.
Well, what's the reasoning for even watching for Jesus on New Year's Eve?
I have no idea. It's just like it's just a nice Christian-y way to call it New Year's without it calling it New Year's Eve, I guess.
Just go to a party.
No parties.
Eat some beans.
They have like a big, they have like a big potluck. There's lots of food. If you go into a traditional church, there's food at these things. They load it up. All right. Speaking of food, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm just going to say we're going to take a quick break so we can get a bite to eat, and then we'll come back and talk about Christmas some more. What do you think about that?
Well, you get something to eat. I'm not eating right now.
I'm not eating either. It's too late. It's too late at night, and I'm not going to do that. All right, so I lied. We're not going to get anything to eat. We're just going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Fast, simple, and affordable. That's what registering your domain name with GoDaddy will be. Fast, simple, affordable. And if you listen to this show, Hey, We're Talking, you're getting a discount, 30% off if you go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. Again, 30% off. All you have to do is go to trygodaddy.com/HWT for 30% off your domain name and other business services provided by GoDaddy. Hey everybody, it's Scott from Hey, We're Talking. You've heard us talk about Gamefly.com before. The basics are this. They've got over 8,000 titles for every gaming platform you can think of, and they're giving you a 30-day free trial. That's right, 30-day free trial for you, the listeners of Hey We're Talking. You want to play video games? You want to be a champ at video games? Go to gameflyoffer.com/HWT. That's gameflyoffer.com/HWT for your 30-day free trial. And here we are again. Back again on a mandate, lost episode, lost mandate, I don't know, whatever we're going to call it. But we're talking about Christmas and people who do Christmas way too long. And I deviated. I was telling Derek during the break, I was like, I just like crush you're in the middle of explaining something. And I'm just like, hey, did you hear about that thing? And I just take it wildly in a new direction. So I'm going to let you answer this part of the show. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to let you answer a question completely without interruption. Okay. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. But originally we were talking about people who celebrate Christmas too early, start listening to music too early, start doing stuff. And you were talking about you're a Christmas freak. You like Christmas, but it has to start the day after Thanksgiving, correct?
Yeah, or on Thanksgiving evening. I don't care. Just right, on Thanksgiving.
So this whole listening to music, like I said, my wife does, and this friend of ours, they're like listening to Christmas music in September. You consider that a no-no?
I consider that a no-no. And I also don't like on the Hallmark Channel or Lifetime, they do Christmas in July. And so I'll just be flipping through the channels, and you'll see something like, Santa gets kidnapped, or the Christmas card, or the Christmas key.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Those Hallmark movies, again, that friend of ours who wants to put their Christmas tree up early, that's like the highlight of her Christmas is watching those sappy, horrible Hallmark Christmas movies. And they're terrible.
My mother, hey Mom, she loves those. And like I said, I'm a Christmas movie fanatic.
But those are terrible.
But those are not.
No.
Let me give you the rundown of one of these. Just the worst premise.
I hope you know the name of it. Do you know the name?
I can't even remember it. But
Give us
I
the premise.
Remember the premise. This is like what I start. I can't even tell you if this is even it because I couldn't finish it. But there's like this girl. She's a young corporate executive, vice president, up and coming, and her company has taken over the small Christmas ornament company in her old hometown, and she needs to go, evaluate it and do reports or whatever because they're probably gonna, liquidate it and downsize everybody. But the guy who owns it is her ex-boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
And he, she's like, and she's all snarky, and he's like, oh, hey Jennifer, welcome back to, Christmastown, Connecticut, or
Podunk,
whatever,
USA.
Yeah, and she's like, whatever, Brad. I'm here to do the books, and well, maybe this wouldn't have been a problem. Maybe if you would have stuck around. It's like we couldn't have made it work, but
yeah,
it's,
But by the end of it, they fall in love.
Yeah, they rekindle each other, and the Christmas ornament company is
she saves it. Yeah,
she saves it, and they make because like he presents her with like the old ornament that he made her a long time ago, and it melts her heart, and Christmas spirit. Everyone's like, oh my god, yeah. Yes. I'm just like I don't even.
There's a bunch of those that are on like Netflix and stuff that Cheryl will watch that are just, just putrid, like pure slop. It's just disgusting. But they're like these really sappy, like romantic. They're not even comedies. That's the thing. I don't even know what you call them because they're not romance movies and they're not technically comedies. It's like holiday romance goop. It's just pure garbage, and I can't understand why people like these. But I'm going to get yelled at for that by a bunch of people. If there's a bunch of ladies listening and you you watch these things, they are just terrible. The only thing I could like compare it to would be like if guys watch like movies like The Expendables. I mean, those movies are total trash in some ways, but they're fun.
Yeah,
because they blow stuff up and shoot people.
So maybe appeal to our
yeah.
They appeal to our baser instincts.
Yeah, to our masculinity, our toxic masculinity. Anyway, those movies are terrible, and there's. I was gonna say, what could we say? Like, what's? I know what you're gonna say, but what's the gold standard for a Christmas movie for you?
Oh, like name one or
yeah.
like,
What's your gold standard? Like you have to watch it no matter what. Which one is it?
Like A Christmas Story,
right? I knew you were going to say that.
And National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes, there's another one you have to do. What is it?
Home Alone.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
I will throw Home Alone 2 in there sometimes, but if I don't see Home Alone 1, that's a bad Christmas. See, for me, the Christmas stuff is all about the movies now.
Yeah.
I like picking one movie. Sometimes we can do it, sometimes we can't, to just try and watch on the days leading up to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to do Christmas Vacation. You have to. A Christmas Story, I kind of like to save that one for the day because you can just turn your TV on TBS in the background on Christmas Day and just let it roll all day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that one is there are so many great, just quotable moments in that movie. I think probably the one, and I don't know if this is the same for you, that my dad would laugh so hard at was when the dogs come in and eat the turkey and he's chasing them out and he's like, sons of bitches! Papa says, when he's screaming that, because the way his voice does that, my dad, I've never seen him laugh so hard in my life, and I still think to this day he laughs pretty hard when the guy does that. It's because it's just that high pitched yelling, swearing at the dogs as they run out of the house.
Yeah, I love everything about the Christmas Story. You got the bullies, and you got the snow,
Scott
and you got
Farkas.
you got this rabid kind of desire for this gift, and you're just scheming to get it. I love the color scheme they use in the movie, the music. It's all good.
Didn't they make a second one of those?
Yeah, I think
it was pure garbage also.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And now I read something that they've got a musical that they're doing this year. A Christmas Story the musical. Did you know about this?
I think I did, but I appreciate the reminder because it would never have popped back into my brain.
I would never see it. Unless it just was like people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen," which I don't think is going to happen.
I think that maybe a non-musical like stage play of a Christmas
that would be
Story
fun.
would be good.
Yeah, that would be fun. If they did it right, I think they could pull that one off. And Home Alone, I will always love that. And that will always be a big one for me. I love that. I'm starting to like some of these newer ones that are popping up every once in a while. Most people aren't going to like this one, but I did. It's like a Seth Rogen movie The Night Before. I enjoyed that. Stuff like that. Now it's just like these raunchy comedies that are set around Christmas.
Yeah.
I kind of like some of those, but again, the go-tos.
There's one that's, I mean, it's probably like 10 or 15 years old, but it's with Tim Allen.
The Santa Claus?
No. Although that's
Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks. Yes.
That's underrated. It's pretty good.
I think that one is underrated, and I kind of feel like we talked about this on a previous episode.
I think we have, but But it's bringing back some of the ones that I was thinking of that are kind of newer, like Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and
Is that with Reese Witherspoon?
yes, I like that one.
I haven't seen that one.
And we definitely did talk about Jingle All the Way. My wife hates Jingle All the Way, hates it, and I like it.
If that one comes on this year, I'll give that another shot.
Who, Jingle All the Way?
Yeah,
dude,
because it didn't really resonate with me. It didn't speak to me, Scott.
It has
not like that
Sinbad in
Christmas. Not like that Christmas ornament movie.
It's got Sinbad in it, dude. Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. How could it be bad? I'm kidding. It could be bad because of the reasons I said. No, it's fun. Cheryl hates the kid. How can you hate the kid? She hates the kid.
Hey, I don't like the kid in The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
I've never watched those. Never.
He's real whiny.
Yes.
Like, they do a lot. He's very whiny in the film, and I don't hate the kid like the actor, but I hate his performance. I hate what they made him do.
Right. And it's like Anakin Skywalker in the new, well, not new anymore, but the new Star Wars movies when they brought them out. That kid that played Anakin, I was always like, oh my gosh, I can't take it. Please stop with this kid. And Jar Jar Binks. Let's be real.
I didn't hate Star Wars 1. I thought, Episode 1.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, the Phantom Menace. I kind of liked it.
No, I had fun. I had fun watching it. I just didn't really like the kid that much.
I thought he was all right.
Okay. Well, I know. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that.
I know that a lot of hardcore critics, eviscerated that movie and especially criticized the kid. And I think now he's like this bitter adult.
Is he really?
Now. And
Are you talking about the one who the third one, like Christensen, or no, or just the little kid?
No, the little kid.
Now I want to know what happened to him.
I've seen interviews with him, and he gets like impatient and frustrated because all they want to talk to him about is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And
does he do anything else? That's the question.
I don't think so.
That's what I bet is probably why he gets angry, is because he's not in anything else.
Probably not.
Let's see what his name is, because I can't remember.
I think it's is it Jake Lloyd or something like that?
Let's see. I'm going to find it. How can he not be one of the top? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he looks weird.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I mean, he basically looks the same, but has a little chin beard and a really thin mustache. Very weird. The only thing, it looks like his only other movies, a lot of it has to do with he was in video games and stuff, so he just voiced basically the same thing. He did a lot of stuff as a kid. Yeah. After 2002, Star Wars Racer Revenge video game was the last thing he did. Oh boy, that explains a lot. Wow.
Probably just got typecast or something. Yeah. Like, oh, you were the kid from Star Wars.
And he's like, shut up. And then he went to the dark side, like in real life, man.
Yeah. A haunting allegory.
How did we get here from talking about Christmas? All right. We're actually at the point where we should wrap it up anyway, but
okay.
We'll go deep dive into Anakin Skywalker at a later date. There's another thing at the end of a mandate. We've come up with another episode at the end of a mandate that we could talk about. How do you like that?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
But that's because we have no rules. We have no rules on these things. So we started out talking about, I think they call it the Christmas creep.
The Christmas creep.
Well, it's just the phenomenon of Christmas stuff, starting, getting earlier. And I think now, because it's mid-October, what you're usually seeing is the big stores putting out Christmas decorations and and things like that.
Can I tell you something funny to end the show?
Absolutely.
Anakin Skywalker from Phantom Menace, and was he in the Clone Wars? I can't remember. I think
the
he was.
kid?
Yeah, he was.
No, it was
in number 2. Yeah, Attack of the Clones. He was in that. I think
it was Hayden Christensen. I thought it was the guy, not the kid.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Anyway, guess what movie he was in that we already talked about?
Jingle All the Way. Was that him?
Yes, that's it. That brings it full circle. Perfect place to end. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll be back to do another one of these, I think, in the near future. We'll talk to you soon.